Hi, everyone. In this mini lecture, we're tackling ethics dumping, a practice that raises some of the most pressing concerns in contemporary global research ethics. So, what is ethics dumping? Well, ethics dumping happens when researchers conduct studies in countries with weaker ethical protections to bypass the stricter guidelines in their own country. It's the research version of thinking, if I can't do it here, I'll just do it somewhere else with fewer rules. This can happen in many different places, but most often in medical trials, genetic research, digital monitoring, data harvesting or data mining, and public health interventions. And it disproportionately affects communities with less regulatory power. You may be asking yourself why ethics dumping happens. Well, this can happen for many different reasons, but mostly because there's regulatory gaps. Some countries have well-resourced IRBs and strong legal protections. Others are still building their oversight systems, and this creates opportunities for exploitation. Economic incentives. Some researchers or companies conduct high-risk studies in lower-income countries to cut costs, speed timelines, or avoid legal liability. Power imbalances. Institutions from wealthy countries may hold the funding, expertise, and scientific authority, giving them more influence over their research terms. Vulnerability of participants. Communities may not fully understand risks, they may lack alternatives, or may be easily persuaded by compensation or promises of medical care. Where we can see real-world forms of ethics dumping. We can see that in drug trials that expose communities to side effects without long-term care, genomic studies that store DNA indefinitely without transparency, AI surveillance tools tested in communities without the ability to opt out, environmental studies conducted in regions with minimal political leverage, and in data mining projects involving biometric or geolocation data without strong privacy laws. These studies often would never pass review in the researcher's home institution. So now you may ask, how can we prevent this? Well, number one, we can apply the highest ethical standard. If a study wouldn't be approved at home, it shouldn't be exported anywhere else. Strengthen global ethics training and governance. Invest in local IRBs, training programs, monitoring systems, and regulatory enforcement. Number three, engage communities, not just participants. Community-based participatory research helps ensure that research aligns with community priorities and values. Number four, transparency from sponsors. Funding agencies and journals should require proof that ethical standards were upheld at every site. Number five, prioritize long-term benefit. Communities should receive lasting value, medical access, technology, training, or shared intellectual property. Ethics dumping threatens trust, dignity, and fairness in global research. By applying the highest ethical standards everywhere, building equitable partnerships, and empowering local communities, we can ensure that research remains a force for good, not a mechanism for exploitation.